I always get asked what my favorite mascara is, and working for cosmetics for a long time, I think I have a pretty good idea of what my favorite and the best is from every line. But I've got to say that the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill, and they have different ones too. This is the #1. This is the original one, but I really love the brush on this one because it just has a really nice separation to it. It doesn't clump up on the lashes, and their formulas are really creamy and wet, which I like for my mascaras. So definitely in my top for mascaras. I also, you can't go wrong with the Dior Show in waterproof. And of course I have this one in black. But this just has a great thick brush on it for those dramatic lashes, thick lashes that everyone loves. I also really like Dior Show Iconic from Dior as well, is a great mascara. So next I have the brand new Anastasia Dip Brow pomade that everyone's been talking about. It comes in a container like this. Almost looks like a paint pot from MAC. And it really does. That's what I have done my brows in today. But it is a very creamy formula. It dries pretty fast to a long wear product. And it is really great if you like those deep, thick brows like I do. So if you like that kind of extra definition, almost more than a wet eyeshadow can give you, I would definitely recommend this. It's pretty awesome. I also always like adding a little bit of eyeshadow on top of my brows, even on the upper part of them, just to make them look a little bit more natural rather than just drawing the whole thing on. Otherwise it looks a little bit tattooed, just not as natural. And I like the way it looks with a little bit of shadow. So you could definitely try that out. And the color that I got this one in was chocolate. So I think they make about 5 different colors in those. Next I have, this one's called Accentuate, and this is the Pro Sculpting Cream. You can only get this at the Pro Store. Actually, no, that's not true. I believe they might have it still at they did have it at the counters for a while, but this is a really nice highlighting cream. They do have contouring creams as well that I really like. So when you're doing your contour in this area, the Accentuate would go right up here in the areas, or down the nose, the areas that you're highlighting, above the lips, on the brow bone. So, and it is more of a matte finish, but it does give that more natural kind of lift without doing something really shiny. So if that's what you prefer, then this is definitely a great contouring item to have in your kit. You can also actually use these on the lid as well, and they actually work as pretty good primers. So you should definitely try that out as well. Another highlighter that I really like, I like a lot of illuminators and highlighters. You just gotta find good ones that you like. Kind of base it all about the undertone and kind of where I'm putting it on my face. But the NARS Orgasm liquid illuminators are really nice if you like to add some glow to your cheek area, almost on top of the blush. Since most highlighters are really light, and almost with like that pearlescence, like whiteness to it, you can't really put them over a blush because they're gonna kind of dilute the color. But this one's really nice because it kind of keeps the color with that pink undertone. You can also put it in other areas, like on the lips. It's actually really pretty. So it's definitely a great product. Next, for everyone that likes that dewy finish, and for anyone with really dry skin, the MAC Prep and Prime Moisture Infusion is a great product. I'm not super big on MAC skincare, but I do think that a select few of their products are really amazing and they don't get enough credit for it. But this one is definitely great for getting that really wet, dewy look, and that nice glow. Probably everyone that you're following on Instagram, this is like one of their #1 must-haves. Every artist that I've ran into loves this product for film and photos as well. But if you're just normally really, really dry, this is going to really help the foundation go on a lot more smoother, and really cover up those dry patches, and it just makes the skin look flawless. So you definitely got to try this one out. And this one's, again, the Moisture Infusion. Let's see. Getting into more of actually cheaper products that are more affordable for those of us who don't want to spend a lot of money on cosmetics or don't work in the cosmetic field where we get stuff handed to us all the time. I do have some cheaper alternatives that I've been trying out that I really like, and I'm actually going to do a video on drugstore brands, how to get the look, versus having to buy products from the department stores. So right now I've actually really been loving the NYX eyeshadow base. It's actually really creamy. This one is in, this color is, it's called the eyeshadow base in, the color is Skin Tone. And you can pick this up from any Ulta. It's usually probably the best place to get it is an Ulta, or now they're actually selling it at Nordstrom's, which is great. So those are the two places that have a pretty good selection. I don't really think that there's much of NYX at drugstores actually anymore. But it's definitely an easy product to find, but it's really creamy. It definitely, if you're using a loose pigment, or you just want a little bit more of a pigment to come out of your eyeshadow, this one really grabs a hold of the eyeshadows really nicely, and it doesn't crease, even though it is really creamy. I kind of like to put it on and let it sit for maybe a couple minutes, so then it gives a little bit of a better effect and works better. But it's definitely a great eye base, and I want to say this one was only like $6 or $7, so it's definitely like half the price of a paint pot from MAC, or an eye primer from, you know, Bobbi Brown or NARS or something like that, which is going to be in like the $25 or above range. So it's definitely a great deal, and you're not really losing out on the quality of the product. I've actually been trying a lot of new gel liners. My favorite has still got to be the Bobbi Brown gel liner. It was the first gel liner ever made, and I just think that it wears the best, personally, but everyone's different when it comes to gel liner, so you kind of just got to find what works good with your eye. But I've actually really been loving, surprisingly, the Wet n Wild black gel eyeliner, and it's actually really, really deep and black and creamy. When you put it on, it actually glides on so nicely that it's super easy to get a nice straight line with it, and it works great in the waterline as well. Here's the top of it. I believe they come in like 3 different colors. I want to say black, gray, and brown. I want to say this one was like $3. Super inexpensive. Definitely just something fun to buy and try out to see if you like it, but definitely a great gel liner, and I was very surprised when I tried it. Next I have another product from NYX. It is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Loose Translucent Powder. This one I like dabbing on after I'm done with all my makeup, kind of almost stippling on over my foundation, but I have gotten so many compliments on how my skin looks with the translucent powder as just my setting powder and not anything else. So it's pretty crazy that something that's about, I want to say like $7 or $8 to replace like my Dior or Chanel powder, but I've definitely been getting a lot